What's up, everybody? We gotta shoot the intro because y'all know I can't do nothing without it.
It get rough, trust, I know life crazy. Can't give up just cause it get shady. Life live up, but for what shoes lazy. When they get ill, you tell them still I'm down. Watch this. Still I'm down. Saints. Still I'm down. 10 toes in this.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. 180.
It's your boy, Saint J, man. Let's get it, man.
Hey, welcome to the Voice of the Village show. We are here live in the 180 studios. We got some special guests with us. I need you to hit that share button, hit that like button. Do you got your phone in your hand, man? You got your phone in your hand. I hope you hit that share button. Bro.
Hey, bro, don't worry about what I'm doing. You keep it professional over there.
Listen, man. You already know I done hit the button. Y'all let us know how y'all doing. Let us know how your weekend went. My weekend was crazy, bro. When I tell you bananas. But I did shoot a good wedding, bro. I shot a good wedding.
I saw.
I know you seen it.
And I accidentally got a picture, and I actually appreciate that,
He was
it
like,
kind of warmed my heart up, bro. But I was like, what is this? You know what I'm saying?
Like, that is not for you. I don't know what be happening with my phone. I'm glad I don't be sending no bad stuff. Because my phone be sending out all types of crazy stuff to people. But listen, y'all, I need y'all to hit that share button, hit that like button, turn on those post notifications. We are live on YouTube now. You can go over to the Voice of the Village podcast over on YouTube. You already know what time it is.
We on Spotify, man. We trying to expand. We getting it done, man.
We getting it done. We getting it. Y'all just got to talk to your boy, Saint over here. Make sure you stay tuned in, communication. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get on his head on the live. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, though. But that's my brother. So listen, y'all, we got to
let me explain.
We got a special guest, bro.
I know we do.
Okay.
I know we do. We love this man. We're gonna get to him, but let me explain something right quick, y'all. All right. I got 6 jobs. I don't get tired.
Bro, I got 7 companies that I own and run and operate. I have 15 employees.
You always gotta one up me, but
bro, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro. I love you to death, but bro, come on. Like, there's no we ain't even gonna get on that. We ain't gonna get on it. We're gonna talk about that on another day. Listen, y'all, communication is key. Remember, communication is key. Y'all already know what I stand on. I'm the owner of 180 Life Enterprise. Y'all already know 180 Life LLC is about change. It is about comfort. It is about, hey, turning your back on the things that you used to do and doing something great. So we provided this show for you because we went from being locked up to being bossed up. Hey, guess what? 2 business owners coming together, and we gonna interview more people. We trying to give y'all.
I feel like we more than business owners, but keep going, my
bruh. CEO, business owners. I'm a whole movie star in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even got a front for you. Google me. How about that? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So, okay, listen, y'all. I need y'all to get ready, because we got a show for you. I need you to hit that share button. Let people know we on the air. We here. Y'all make some noise. For Mr. James Simmons. What's going on, man?
Everything's good. How y'all doing?
We doing good, man.
Nah, we great, man. We great. Right. Excellence, man.
That's okay. Excellent. All right, Mr. Simmons, we're gonna dive right into it. First off, can you tell us where you from? Where you at? Where you located right now?
Well, I'm actually from Tifton, Georgia, but I've been staying in Texas since I was in the 4th or 5th grade.
Okay.
And right now we reside in Dawson, Texas, where my church is at.
Okay. He said he got a church out there in Dawson.
Yes, sir.
I don't know where Dawson is at. Where we?
Far.
Is it? It's how far? Is that that's near Houston, though, right?
No, that it's actually back down toward Dallas. You know where Waco is?
Okay, I know where Waco. Okay, now
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, from the Waco area. Okay.
Waco.
Okay. Yes, sir. Okay. So you already know what the show is. Y'all already know what the show is about. We're gonna let him tell a little bit of his story, tell about his journey, but then we're gonna get into our topic of the day. So, Mr. James, I'm gonna ask you a few questions because people want to know. People really want to know. So, we were locked up. I've done a lot of time. Josh has done a lot of time. let us know, people that do come on the show, we tell them this is a platform for people that have been incarcerated. You don't look like what you've been through, but let us know, how long did you do, sir?
I'm sorry to say. You say how much time I did?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I did 35 years.
Ooh.
I did 35 in 4 months, and I started off on death row. I did like almost 3 years on death row, and then in '81, I was transferred to the Darrington unit and stayed there until I was released in 2014.
I can't imagine 31 years, bro.
I'm sorry, my mind just went, because you said 81, we wasn't even born
I'm sorry,
here.
hold on. I'm 29, I was born in 93, so. Yeah, exactly.
When he said 81, I was like, I wouldn't even thought of.
That's crazy.
Okay. He said, and Josh ain't never speechless, so go ahead, man.
So my lifetime in some years, I definitely, we gotta hear your story. Like, we have to, it's a must.
Okay, so 3 years, let's start from the beginning. 3 years on death row. How was,
yes, sir,
when you first got there? Let's talk about right after sentencing, because I don't know if you feel comfortable going through that phase, but right after sentencing, when you got to death row, what was your thoughts? How old were you? Walk us through there real quick.
Well, I was 20, and I turned 21 on death row. And when I first got there, I was one of the youngest guys at that particular time on death row. So, but when I first got there, I'm telling you, man, it was crazy. And because, it's the way they shackle you when you are at the diagnostic unit and they take you to death row, And so then you sit in that cell, and I don't know, man, it's hard. I mean, you got to fight depression, you got to fight the stress, you got to fight all the negative attitudes. You just got to try to keep yourself, up, and just try to just keep hope alive. You know what I mean?
Yes,
so,
sir.
Yeah, and like I say, man, I spent all of my 20s, my 30s, my 40s, and 5 years of my 50s incarcerated. So yeah, it was a long journey, bro.
Wow.
A long journey.
So, okay, so you get to death row, you said in the 80s. That was in 81, right?
No, I left death row in 81. I hit death row in 79.
Wow.
Ooh.
So, okay. So
January the 4th of 79.
And so I want to tell y'all, all y'all that tune in, thank you so much for tuning in with us. I want y'all to understand with us, and I want we get this show so people can understand the mindset. And you know what I'm saying, man. See how he remembers all the dates?
Yeah, that's crazy. But a lot of people who've been in there for a long time, that's how it is.
Okay, so in 79, you on death row, you're 20 years old, and they sentence you to death. They sentence you. We're gonna go through the comments in a minute. We're gonna get to the comments, y'all. Y'all definitely hit that share button. So they sentence you to death. First off, you was in a 1-man cell, 2-man cell?
No, 1-man cell.
1-man cell. So you in there by yourself. You don't know what's about to happen. And that I might sound ignorant with this question, but my parents said it's no dumb question. Was it still segregation in the 70s? We talking about the 70s.
You say something about the segregation?
Was there still segregation, like whites and blacks against each other?
Oh, well, I'm gonna tell you something. When you're on death row, I mean, you're in a single man cell, but the recreation groups, at that particular time, we was able to go out at least 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the evening.
Okay.
So we was all, we was all just in one group. They didn't segregate us or nothing, And so, we it's like, man, I don't know. I guess everybody was, I just feel like they were just kind of united in a way, you know what I mean? Because we was all faced the same thing. Wow. Don't get me wrong now. I mean, you had crazy people over there with always doing stupid stuff. You know what I mean? And you got racist people everywhere you go. But in all actuality, I mean, we got along pretty well. I mean, as people that was on death row, you know.
So do you feel like the fact that y'all was on death row is what kind of help that togetherness?
I think so. Yes, sir. I think so.
I feel like that way. I feel like that way in the feds too. We come from different walks of life, but we became
Right.
when we was locked up because we all in the same situation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
All me.
what was your mental status like literally walking on into something that you had no clue, but you know eventually, you know, their plan was to kill you. What was your mental status like in that time?
You know what? I'm just gonna be truthful, bro. At that time, they really wasn't. They really hadn't started. Really start killing anybody. Everybody was just kind of like sitting on death row, you know. And but when they did, well, then it was like they was calling one number after the next. You know what I'm saying? But my stay over there, the Court of Criminal Appeals had confirmed my case, and so by me thinking that my lawyer was still on my case, well then I just felt like, you know, he knew my case was confirmed and that he was continuing, you know, fighting for me in the courts. But come to find out, my time was running out. And then I became within 11 days of having the execution date set. So a guy helped me to file a stay of execution into the Supreme Court to get them, you know, to stay, you know. And so they granted that. And when they granted that, well, then I found grounds that allowed me to get my case overturned by the grace of God. But let me say this. When I first got convicted, God's promise to me was that they was going to give me a death sentence, but they wasn't going to be able to kill me, because he gave me the scripture in Psalm 118 where it says that I shall not die, but live to declare the works of the Lord. And that's why I was preserved until this day. Even when I became, within that 11 days, they have an execution date set. Now, I ain't gonna tell you no lie, bro. My faith and my strength in God hadn't always been where it needed to be. But I thank God that no matter where your faith is, God's promises are still the same. God gonna be who he is. And God had to remind me of the promises that he gave me, that he was going to deliver me off of death row. So I went into a state of depression. I went to the point to where I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, or nothing. And God had to literally shake me and put me back in remembrance of what he had promised me. And you know, he had ways of reminding us about his promises. So, you know, yeah, it was something else being on death row, bro. But I thank God that I made it through it.
So you get off death row, and then you go to, you said, let's jump over, you said Darrington, right? If I said right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you went over there, and you're still fighting for your life, though. You're still trying
yes,
to fight
sir.
for you. It didn't just because. So how was the transition from death row to Darrington, and now you're around people, because you wasn't around people for what, 3 to 4 years?
That's right, about 3 years. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When you get to Darrington, what's the mindset of over there?
The mindset of stepping out of death row. You still got your life, but you still don't. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, you want to.
I'm gonna tell you something. When I first hit the Darrington unit, my first week there, they had a major riot that broke out. And so the first thing I thought, well, they couldn't kill me on death row, so they sent me over here to get killed. You know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, we was locked down, and we was like 11 people and 13 people to a cell, and we was all naked, and there was a bunch of water on the floor, and it was really, really cold. Wow. And I'm telling you, man, that was one of the longest nights of my life, right there, coming off of death row and then having to go through that.
Wow. So mindset wise, because our topic, it's crazy you saying that, because our topic of the day is keeping your mind and your peace. You know what I'm saying? Through
Yes, sir.
the times, and a lot of people
Yes, sir.
don't even know how. We could be on here for days if we really talked
Oh
about
yeah.
every day there were
Oh yeah.
things that went on, and it's crazy you talk about that, because I was in Seg one time and I didn't have shoes for 2 months. And people thought it was crazy. And I was barefoot because, they don't give you socks like that,
Right, right.
and so tell us, how do you feel when you got to Darrington? Did you, within the first 10 years, let's talk about 10 years because you got a couple of decades there. So in the first 10 years, did you see your mindset shift or change any, or was you at a point, where it's like, hey, it is what it is?
You know what? That's a good question because I'm gonna tell you something. And after having done that much time, but then uh, it was always a challenge to maintain your sanity because people will always come up to you and ask you, "Do you think you're gonna ever get out of prison? Out of prison because of the kind of sentence that you have?" And then I'm gonna tell you something, and then you go to listening to them, and it'll make you wonder if you're gonna ever get out because you see so many people dying in the penitentiary because their health started failing them. Then some people just start losing it mentally, you know what I'm saying, and start trying to commit suicide and stuff like that. Like they just can't go on, you know what I'm saying? That they just think that that's all it is for them. But I'm gonna tell you something. When people ask me, do I think that I was gonna get out, and I used to tell them all the time, yeah, I'm gonna get out one day. You know what I'm saying? But then the 10 years that went by, now it's 20 years. And then I keep saying, yeah, I'm gonna get out. Then when the 30 roll around, they kind of make you put, man, Lord, now okay, you said, you know what I mean? You gonna get me out. You gonna let me out. And you say you gonna restore. You know what I'm saying? All them years, you know what I'm saying? That the caterpillar, the palmer worm, the cankerworm ate up of my life, that you was gonna restore it. So I had to just try to, trust in God, man. But I'm gonna tell you something. When I first got locked up, I knew I was facing a lot of time. So I told my mom and them not to worry about me because my mom and my dad, they're ministers and pastors. So, and I told them that them people might put shackles on my hands and my feet, but I was not going to let them put it on my mind. And I thank God that He kept my mind through it all.
Wow. Go ahead. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I'm just asking, man. You got in there. You said you knew you was getting out. You know what I'm saying? Got off death row. It was like, I'm getting out. You said that time turned into 10 years and then 20 years. So throughout that, right? Besides your faith in God, because it had to be more than, I feel like it had to be more than, I feel like it had to be more than just your faith. What kept you going? What kept you on that level of, I'm going home, I'm gonna be restored? Like what kept you level headed like that? Because I'm not gonna lie, at one point going through there, I was seeing so much before I got to my last 2 units that I just started wilding. I was like, okay, this is what it is. This is life. And I only had 5 years. You had all that time and you kept your head straight. So what exactly was it that did that for you, man?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I think my situation in the penitentiary, I'm gonna tell you something. It was more comfortable to me than most people. Not saying that I was comfortable living in the penitentiary, but that my situation was a whole lot more less dangerous, less stressful after so many years because I was able to go to the craft shop to where I can preoccupy my time, because I learned how to do woodworks, and then I started learning how to redo furniture and build furniture and stuff like that. So that was a great help to me, you know. And then they put me in the recreation running the weightlifting team and stuff like. So I was preoccupied with some pretty productive stuff while I was there. So I had that benefit that a lot of people didn't. I didn't have to do a whole lot of fighting because a lot of people knew me, and I kind of stayed to myself. Didn't ever involve myself in games and stuff like that. So it's like it's a lot of things that you can do. Now you can get down there and you can become institutionalized and get caught up in the system and doing a lot of things that they do, and find yourself going through a lot of stuff, getting locked up and say, you know what I'm saying, always in a handcuff, and the law's always at you. Then you considered as a hot boy, which they at all time of the night or day, they running in on you, you know, and all that crazy stuff. So I pretty well much, man, was able to keep my sanity by keeping myself from away from all that stuff right there. And it proved to be a big help to me, you know.
Wow. Wow.
Staying out the way, man.
Really just staying busy really is what I got from it. What I got from it, staying
Yes,
busy.
sir.
So
Yes, sir.
with my question for you is, with you doing all the time that you did you watch, do you remember watching the system change? You know, now the system's a lot different than it was when you first got locked up in 79 than it is now, you know. But watching the system change, how do you feel it affected you?
Oh, I'm gonna tell you something. When I first got locked up, they had what they call building tenders, right? And these guys, they use them. As soon as you get off the chain bus, these dudes used to take your tennis shoes. They used to take your chains off your neck and stuff like that. Like I seen, like I was with this young, white guy, you know, and one of the guys, building tender, walked up to him and told him, "Man, that's a nice chain you got right there." And so he had it and handed it in his hand, right? And he looking at it and he say, "I think this belonged to me." He said, "No, my grandmama gave it to her." So he snatched it off his neck and said, "No, your grandmama said give it to me." You know, and stuff like that. But then I thank the Lord that I had a chance to see them get rid of that and then put protection on guys like that couldn't protect themselves well. You know, so I seen the system change, and I seen a lot of officers, they had to get off of the all of the abuse that they was doing. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So I mean, and then they start protecting and safeguarding your constitutional and your civil rights and stuff like that. So yeah, I saw a lot of change over the last few years, bro. Wow. Yes, I did.
Wow.
And did your mindset change with the change, or was you just leveled the whole time throughout? Did you ease up a little bit? Did you get a little harder? Like, how did you change with that?
No, you know what? I guess I can say that. Yeah, I think your mind get a little bit more relaxed, knowing that the atmosphere have become more relaxed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because you know, like I say, it was tense and it was crazy. You know, oh man, guys were doing some. Hey, bro, I'm talking about some.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, penitentiary stuff, stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And like I say, and then the atmosphere just got a whole lot better for a lot of people. You know, but like you said though, the key word was that I was able to keep myself busy doing some things. Since I'm saying that it's not enough, it's not about just being busy, but it's what you're being busy about. And a lot of guys were being busy or just creating problems for other people. You know what I'm saying? Because they were having a hard time dealing, you know, with the system, and they had got their minds messed up. So they was, you know, trying to inflict that on other guys, you know.
So I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
What a lot of people don't know, I gotta get some batteries on the next go. But what a lot of people do not know is, oh, that's you. That's you. Turn you up. We having a little technical difficulties, y'all, but we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure it out. Yeah, that's you. Take out the bottom, and we can get some batteries. All right, so I have a question for you. So a lot of people think that it's a lot of inmate on inmate crime. Did you witness like officer on inmate crime, like really bad in the kitchen?
Well, it was kind of fading in and out.
Right.
But you were asking me about an inmate and an officer.
Yes. Did you like witness inmate? You know, so for example, with me, a lot of people know that my parents sued the system because the officer beat me up. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got whatever the situation happened. But did you witness that, like officers doing dirty crimes towards inmates?
Oh yes, sir. Oh yes, sir.
And
I
did
sure
you,
did. I'm talking about on many occasions, especially to some of the guys that I played ball with and I worked out with, and worked in the rec with and stuff like that. Yeah, they got, oh my goodness, yes, they dirt, and I don't see uh uh dirty cops go in people's house and plant stuff on them, just to get them locked up because they didn't like them. You know what I mean?
Man, with they
And
lives.
stuff like that. So yeah, I don't. Oh man, I done seen all kind of stuff like that, man. And officers and the inmates fighting because they conflict and all this type of stuff, that goes on and stuff, man. But yeah, they got a lot of crooked cops that was working back in the 80s when I was there.
wow.
And it's still like that. It's still like this to this day. They gonna
Oh
play.
yeah,
They gonna play with you. They gonna call you names, take your stuff, and do
and
anything.
that's right.
Especially when they know you
That's right.
rolling, you got a good head. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They started playing with me to the max, and I had to really kind of stay in my bunk area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So my question for you was, Mr. Simmons, when you got the word that you was getting released, or did you get the word that you was getting released? How did that whole process take place?
Oh, okay. I had a parole officer that on the unit, and after I was interviewed, well, actually, she interviewed me the 3 times that I had came up on the end of my sentence, and all 3 times I got 3-year set-offs. Okay, my first years when I first started coming up, I got 3 2-year set-offs, and then I ended up getting 3 3-year set-offs. So after my third 3-year set-offs, she called me and told me, he said, in the penitentiary they call me TC, they call me Top Cat because that was my nickname for years. So she come and she said, TC, she said, boy, it look like you gonna make it this time. Say, you got 2 votes already. All you needed 3 more votes. So when that 5th one came, actually I ended up getting 6. And then she came up there and she told me, she said, boy, you got an FI1, you finna go home. I said, you got to be kidding me. So all the officers that I knew and did all that work for, and there's so many officers I knew from being on that unit from 81 to 2014, they just came up there congratulating me and all that, man, hugging on me, shaking my hand. And then that felt good, man, because they say, boy, this is one man we know. And when he get out, he ain't never coming back. I said, y'all sure got that right. I ain't never coming back through here.
Did you feel like at any point you was leaving behind a friend or like a brother or brother in arms?
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Many of them. And a matter of fact, 3 of them got out behind me, and a little bit over a year, all 3 of them died from diabetes.
Wow.
After we got out. And my fall partner, after we had done 30, he died in the penitentiary. He died from blood cancer.
Wow. Wow. So getting out, you got out. What was your mindset? Because I know it's a culture shock, after 30 years, they didn't have cell phone. It's like a lot of stuff that was not going on in the 80s, 70s, and the 80s that was going on in 2014. So getting out, how was the shock of, the world? Like what? I know you felt good, but was you able to operate? Was you able to move around? What was your feelings?
Yes, sir. My situation was a lot better, more convenient than a lot of my friends, because when I got out, I was expected that I was gonna have a GPS system and a leg monitor, with a capital murder case, and they only gave me a leg monitor, and I had the leg monitor on for less than a month, and that couldn't have been nobody but God, because a lot of my friends in Houston, they still had theirs on for over 3 years. So when I got out, I was able to get out, go to church, and I just kind of like took my time, getting back, into the world, back into the civilian life, you know what I mean? So it was good. Now everybody say, man, it don't even seem like you've been locked up here, because God helped me to adapt, pretty easily. So my transition back really wasn't as difficult, as I thought it was going to be.
Yes, sir.
Listening from a lot of guys that have been in and out several times, you know what I mean?
Right.
And they were talking about how hard it was, the reason why they come back, all that. No, y'all, yeah, it's obvious to me, y'all just want to go back. Y'all institutionalized, because I'm going to tell you something about me. I told them once I get a taste of freedom.
I think he might have had a call. He might have had a call come in. Give him a second, y'all. Give him a second. He might have a call
He
come
told
in.
them once he get a taste of freedom, he ain't never coming back.
He ain't never
It's the
come.
best taste he ever had. It was, what she say?
He was called Young Fool. He definitely has changed. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Somebody said keeping a strong mind in such a different situation. Difficult situation. I'm just reading what it said. He said that ain't somebody that's raping. Listen, I'm just going through the comments, sir.
We got Marilyn Letitia.
All right, so while we waiting on him to get back on the line, Josh.
Bro, so this is crazy. This man went in at 20 years old and did my life plus some, bro. And I cannot, for the life of me, I'm sitting here trying to like keep my shit together. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, that's crazy, bro.
He's done more time incarcerated than we've been born.
And I'm also thinking about all the things that I seen in there, and I did.
He said from 79 to 2014, 89. I'm up here trying to do the math. 89, 99, 2009. So that's 36 years in 4 months. He said, bruh, that's older than we are, bro. All together. And I just can imagine, because I only did
longer than Jesus lived, bro. Like, let's think about this, bro.
Okay. He breaking it down like that. He done got touched over here. His thing that got touched over here is like, no, for real though. Because I used to sit and talk to when we was like you call them school, you sit and talk to school and try to get that knowledge. He got locked up at 20. So that means, and I ain't putting his age out there. So 79, he was 20. So he was born in the 50s. 79, in 79, you 20. That means you was born in 59. That's easy enough right there. So you got into a whole cap murder, a whole CM. And then they give you death row. I don't even know. And that's what a lot of people don't understand is the mindset and keeping your mind strong.
Yeah, bro.
And he had to fight for his life.
Maintaining peace of mind, bro.
Yeah.
You got it. This man said he was able to stay out the way, stay away from all the BS, do his thing for 36 plus, bro. For 30 plus, bro.
The first 4 years he was on death row, bro.
I couldn't do that for 2, bro.
Bro, I did 6 months in Zen.
You know what I'm saying?
And almost lost it, bro. It was 312 bricks on the wall.
I did not. Nah, and
312 bricks.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's
we played Battleship.
The wall. Chest through the walls.
Through the wall with your movies.
All that, bro. I swear, bro.
But just to know, crazy. But the thing is, this is the part that amazes me. Mind you on death row, and you still fighting for your life.
Yeah.
So that means you doing research, you sending out letters, you sitting here calling. The issue that I have with it is, and my fear was, I'm a mama's boy, that if I lose my mama while I'm incarcerated, I think I would have lost everything. So I could just imagine at 36 years, like in the last 10 years, I done lost all these
That's
people.
why I'm asking
You get
him,
where
like,
I'm
bro.
coming-
That's why I asked him, like, what did you hold on to, bro?
Like for real,
that's
bro.
insane, bro.
30, like, bruh. She said not the 312 bricks. Listen, when you said, let me explain something to somebody here real quick. I was in TD. I went to state jail. I did not go to TC. I went to state jail, and this was my first time being locked up. My first time anybody telling me what to do. You know what I'm saying? So I was bucking. The guard tell me to get up. I'm not getting up until I feel like it. And then one day it just went down. One day they messed with me. They wasn't in the mood. I wasn't in the mood. I flung my hands like this. They said I was swinging at them. They gassed me. If they gas you, they gotta lock you up. You can't stay out there if they gas you. You know what I'm saying? So they locked me up, and once I got in there, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to come out. I was just because in state jail is my first time being locked up. It's a bunch of people that I don't know. I can't control the narrative. It's 55 bunks in here. 56, I mean, it's even number 56 bunks. You can't control the narrative. Everybody's hollering, everybody's moving, everything, and it's just, for me, it was just too much movement.
And hold on, bro. Hold on real quick. When I first got in there, and seen all those men, bro.
Bro,
I'm looking around at all this. It's all men, bro. We got 56 men, 55 right. Men. You know what I'm saying?
Plus
I think 56.
Right.
You feel me?
In one room.
They got the 2 bunks by the toilet that nobody ever used, but it'll get to 58 one day. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I think the part that got me, bro, when we first got there and we were outside, we got off the bus, we were outside, and they said everybody get naked.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, they playing, right? And I think it was me and like another young guy. It probably was like 3 of us that had never been in trouble before. We young. I'm like, oh, they just playing. And we was in the back of the line. And before you know it, everybody's like outside.
Everybody's
stripping.
Everybody.
And they got to check you before you go inside.
And you elbow to elbow, bro.
And then you got to walk down the hallway. They don't give you clothes till you get all the way in the building down the hallway. She said, Miss Simmons says he lost his dad while he was in there. I see, and that's the issue that I had to tell myself this last time, that if I keep going on the same path and they get tired of giving me 3 years and 5 years and 2 years and 6 years, and they give me a 25, I think when they offered me that 25, all I could think about was, because at that time I was 24. In 25 years, my mom is 27 years older than me. So my mom was in her 50s. So 25 years, will my mom still be here at 80? 82? You know what I'm saying? It's like, possibly, but let's be real. You know? But then I want to ask you, I got so many questions to ask, because I got
where did he go?
Bro, Miss Simmons, please help your husband get back online, please. Somebody, because my question, bro, like after 5 years, people don't talk to you no more.
Yeah, bro, I'm not even gonna say that, bro, because after county, nobody was.
You pop, they gotta come to look for you.
Once I stopped seeing those spaces in county where I could send messages out, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was it.
I know, bro. I know.
That was it. Hey, tell such and such this, tell such and such. You know what I'm saying? After county, bro, everybody, it was my mama.
Your mama? Say it again.
I'm saying it was my mama, bro.
and who else? Your mama?
My mama kept the letters rolling in. She kept the books straight.
I had, with me, my mom's a little older. My mom's a lot older. So what I had to learn in the old school taught me this. Just be appreciative. You know, my mama wasn't writing letters, but my mama gonna answer that call. My mama set up the phone. She gonna make sure the phone's set up. Yeah. And once I realized that it takes a process to set up the phone, she gotta be on hold. She gotta do this, that, and third.
It's like an 8 to 10 minute process. It's
right.
Horrible.
You know, and then to know my mama had to go to the HEB, knowing my mama don't like going to the grocery store, so my mama went and stood in the customer service line.
Got this money
to put the money on my books.
Yeah.
You know, my mama, they taught my mama how to do it instant, but just to know, and I was like, but I'm not getting no pictures. I'm not getting no letters. She don't love me. And old school told me, like, bro, like, You gotta be grateful for, you know what I'm saying, for what you got. But 30, I'm still stuck on the.
I'm 30 plus, losing my pops.
We both done went through the whole losing the pops thing, bro. And then,
Bro, at any point when I was in there, bro, losing a parent out of spaz, bro.
See, and that's one of my go-tos was even now. I feel Mama said a mother's love is unconditional. Shout out to Mom Saint. Can we say Mom Saint, Mom Dukes? What's going on? How you doing?
Shout out, Mama, I love you, baby.
Listen, but I feel like that's kind of like my motivation right now. Like, and that's why I took the I out of life and put the Y. You got to stop living for I, and you got to start living for Y. And then when you start living for Y and start living for I'm being real with you, bro.
That's not.
You'll stop doing some of the dumb stuff that you're doing. And he back. We got him back on the line. We listen. We got some questions. So listen, y'all. We live with Mr. James Simmons. How you doing? You back?
You back? You back, man? You doing okay?
Let's make sure.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you. We just try to make sure we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I don't know what the connection is kind of bad. Mother was having to come try to fix it, but I don't know what happened.
That's that Wi-Fi. So we were just talking about, while you was gone, we was talking about 35 years. We're not even 35 years. None of us here on the panel is even 35 years old. So you were locked up longer than our lives at this point. And just to imagine, I know you had to take a lot of losses during that time. And what was your mindset in, because I look at it in sidebar real quick. I look at it, the people that had to deal with COVID, that were locked up, people were dying quickly in COVID.
Yeah.
Yes. And the people that were locked up during COVID. No, but this was the thing though. You don't know that your mama's dead till 3 weeks, because a lot of people in the free world, people were dying by themselves of COVID. And then you're incarcerated and you get a letter where you get the chaplain or whoever come and tell you that somebody of your family died. I can just imagine 35 years, how many losses, was there any particular loss that you feel like just hit your heart really hard to make you just have a moment? I don't know if you hear it.
I'm having a hard time kind of understanding y'all, but I heard you say something about COVID though.
Yes, sir. No, we're saying while you was incarcerated for 35 for the time you were incarcerated, did you have any losses? Did you have any deaths, any losses that really just hurt your heart and was like, wow, like that had you a moment? Okay, I think it's storming out there where he's at, y'all. Y'all know they in the country. We're gonna wait till he come back on. Y'all know they live in the country. He's in there, Waco. He said, we're gonna finish this. Bro, just imagine though. Like,
bro, I can't imagine, bro. I can't imagine.
But doesn't it show you how blessed we are though?
Yes. I've been sitting here trying to imagine, trying to rack my brain, trying to wrap my mind around it, bro. And there's no way. It's just me personally though. You know what I'm saying? I have to ask him about his upbringing and his morals and his standards and his attitude and all that, because like I said, bro, I didn't last 1 year. You know what I'm saying? One year into the penitentiary, bro, I was in there. I was sagged up. You know what I'm saying?
My first time I was like that, yeah.
Right in my raps, yelling through the bars, cussing out the guards. Don't touch me, give me my food and all that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I was in there, bro. So.
But one thing he said that really stuck out to me is something that I lived by the whole time I was locked up. They can lock me up, but they will never lock up my mind.
Yeah. I think I was just so angry. I was just angry, bro.
I went through that, but I went through that in state jail though. Like I went through that. What a lot of people, civilians, do not know, and hopefully Mr. James will come back on here and let us know as well, see what his experience was with it. I don't know what your experience is with it, so I want you to expound on yours. When I went, they were putting everybody on medication. It was like we were.
No, they still do that.
It was like we were guinea pigs.
You still, yeah. Okay, so I mentioned this. I mentioned this in the first or second episode, bro. It's cheaper to experiment on prisoners than it is to experiment on lab rats, bro.
But see, this is the thing though. When I stopped taking the medication, I became angry. When I came home, I realized that the side effect of removing yourself off of these medications that they're trying on you is anger.
Well, this is what I was gonna say too. A lot of those medications are to freaking soften your brain, make you docile, lessen the testosterone. You know what I'm saying? It's just to make you more and more docile and feminine and compliant, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So yeah, I mean, coming off that, of course you get a rush of chemicals and emotions and all this other stuff. You feel me?
Okay.
So,
Mr. James, is you back? I think he's back. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Do we got you?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry about that.
You okay? You're not gonna take off on us again.
Okay. I want you to know that I ended up losing my dad.
Wow.
And it was one thing. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. It was one thing to lose him, but then that's one of the things about being incarcerated is that because of the case that I had, I couldn't go to the funeral.
Right.
And my mom was really hurt because they thought that after I had done, so much time, and they were telling them about the people on the unit was telling them that they don't see why I couldn't go because I was such a model inmate. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So,
sir.
but the people in Austin was telling them, well, we understand that, and we know you have done a lot.
Nah, man.
Listen, man. We need to y'all up in that rural area. All right, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. You are live here on the Voice of the Village. Here Tuesdays at 7 p.m. I'm your boy, Mr. 180.
I'm your boy St. J, man. Y'all hit that like button and that share button. It ain't never too late to share, man. Ain't never too late to get the word out, bro.
Today we're talking with Mr. James Simmons, and we are talking about he did 35 years and 4 months.
He did 36 years and 4 months, bro.
Bruh. Locked up. Now he's bossed up. He got out 2014, got his own church.
He got out, I went in. That's crazy.
2014, I was going in too. 2014, I was actually fighting for my life in the county. Was I? No, 16 I was. No, 14, I think I was in the streets doing my thing. Thug Dizzle.
Maybe not Thug Dizzle. You was probably doing your thing.
Not Thug Dizzle. All right, Mr. James, he's back. So you lost your dad.
Yes, sir.
You lost your dad. So we gonna get
yes,
this.
Sir.
We gonna roll with you. So lost your dad, couldn't go to the funeral. What was your mindset then? Did you have that moment where you just, like I had a moment I spazzed out, and the Lord knows I'm a pastor's son. I'll pray Did you have that moment where you was just like mad at the world, like you get mad at the world?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna tell you something. That was a hard time, because if one thing that he had passed, and the other thing is that I had just got another 3 years set off. So, and that was hard for my mom and them too, So, yeah, but it was terrible, man. It took me a minute to kind of get past that. That was one of the most hardest things I had to go through while I was incarcerated.
Like the Job of prison.
Wow. Just tell them what you said.
I said you was like the Job of prison.
Wow. So going through all of that, coming home, what made you, well, I know what made you stay out. You said 35 years, you're not going back. What made you get to the point of saying, hey, I'm ready to boss up, I'm doing my thing, you preaching the gospel, haven't been in trouble. What made you get to that point?
You know what? It's just one of them things that God had purpose for me, and I'm just determined to walk in the way that God done laid out for me, because it wasn't a path that I chose, but it was a God choosing. So I know that the two things that God requires of us is that to be obedient and to make ourselves available for Him. So if I figure that for my life to be successful and to be prosperous, I had to be obedient in doing what He wanted me to do. So that's what I'm really determined to do. And I just thank God that my life is as it is right now. So and that's what I really desire to do, is just ministry, because I see a lot of guys that are discouraged, and you have to talk to them. They try to they get them, get their minds right, because soon as things start getting difficult for them, it's easy for them to relapse back to that same mentality. And then next thing you know, they go back to doing the same thing. See, the thing about that is that if the mindset ain't changed, the results is still gonna be the same. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
Yeah. So I'm just determined, man. I am telling you right now, by all means necessary, bro, I ain't going back to that penitentiary.
Yes, 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 sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Saint. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say,
Hey, it's too many good things out here for me to involve myself into doing. You
Yes,
know what
sir.
I'm saying? Not only that will benefit and to help my family, but the people that is around me. And I thank God that that's one reason why my transitioning back to society was easy, like it was, because I have a lot of people around me. I have my wife, and then it was 10 of us in my family. It's 5 boys, 5 girls. And even though my dad had passed, my mom is still well, and everything. And so and she's 80. And thank God she's doing real well. And so
Wow.
I just thank God for a good, strong church family too. So yeah, I just got a lot of,
I don't mean to cut you off, man, but I got a question for you. What
yes,
was your
sir.
experience like being with your mom for the first time, 2014? You came home, like, I know, like, she had been waiting and probably praying 36 years for her baby. I don't know where you stand on the spectrum of a kid, but we always gonna be mama's baby. I don't know if you're a mama's boy like us. We mama's
Right.
boy here. So 30 some odd years of her waiting on her baby. What was that?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something.
Wow.
When they met me in Huntsville, and it was good to be able that everybody, my mama stayed on the end while everybody ran to me and were hugging me. But it wasn't nothing like when I got to my mom and hugged my mama. And
Wow.
I'm telling you, man, we cried together. And I'm telling you, it was just it. I can't even tell you what it's like, bro. I'm talking about it was something really profound. I mean, and it meant a lot to both of us.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, man, and my mom has always been there for me,
Yeah.
always. And I used to call her, like when I be having a bad day or whatever, and she'll talk to me, get me back straight. And so, yeah, it was just something else, man. Being
So
able to see my mama,
within
after all them years. But she
right.
never gave up hope on me.
Wow. 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 Go ahead. Within 36 years, mom didn't give up. Was there a lot of family support down there?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's
Support
good.
out of all of them. But you know what? One of my biggest support was my wife, Merle,
Okay.
because when I met her, she used to come see me all the time.
Uh-huh.
And by her presence in my life, it spurred me on. It kept me hopeful, kept me encouraged. Even though she was going through what she was going through.
You raised a great man.
Sir?
So she did time with you though. No, that's his wife. Marilyn is
Oh,
his wife.
yes, sir. She did time. Yes, sir. She did time with me.
Okay, so
And 2 of my other sisters.
okay.
Oh,
So,
yeah, she met me through my sisters.
okay. How do you feel, kind of dating? I don't know if y'all were married at the time. I don't know the whole situation. but dating incarcerated. Dating incarcerated. Do you feel God? You know,
Yeah, you know what? It really wasn't meant to be like that. It's like she just started coming with my sister there because she had heard a lot of, and I heard a lot about her, through my dad and them, and she just used to just come down and visit with my sister and them, and we kind of like started growing on each other. And then I used to always, kid her and tell her that, well, I'm gonna be here for a while. She said, well, I'll be around for a while. And so when I started getting them set offs, I used to tell her, well, they gave me another 3 year a 3 year set off. I said, well, you might want to go on. And she said, I ain't going nowhere. So then after the second 3 year set off, I told her, and surely I thought this, she was going for real this time. So she still said she wasn't going nowhere. So then after the third year set off, now I know. So I told her, I said, girl, listen, you got a life to live. We don't have no binding contract with me and you. You free to go. Then she say, listen, you can't make me go. I'm here for the long haul. And so I say, so you here to toe tag? She said, yeah, to toe tag. Hey, and you see we here today.
Okay. Yeah, man, that's
hey,
yeah, she stayed with me all that time. She was 3 year set offs. And we've been ever since. Ever since, bro. So my life been blessed. I've been blessed.
He did the 180. He did the 180. I give him the 180 award. Okay. Did the 180. So coming out, now you out, everything is, you got your wife, got your family, got your freedom back. Do we got any kids? Y'all got kids, or you got kids? Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah, but brother, they just like my kids because I've been in their life since they were little. Okay. But she have 3 kids, which all of them are grown now, but they all used to, when they were little, they used to come see me. Oh, wow. And I didn't really want them to come to the penitentiary to see me. So Marilyn say they kept asking about coming. She say, well, you gonna have to tell them. I ain't telling them no more. So they started coming to see me, and we just develop a relationship,
Wow, that's what's up. So if you could tell any young person that you feel like is going in the wrong direction, that you've seen it, you've seen them come, you've seen them go. If you could tell them anything to get their life together and deter them from the situation you went through, or anything close to what you went through, what would you tell them?
And what would I tell them? Well, I'll tell them this, bro. I would tell them that I'm going to tell you something. I think that all they really need to do is avoid bad company. You understand what I'm saying? Because bad company what got me in this situation. Not so much of bad habits, but bad company. Because bad company can be just like a rotten apple in a barrel. It will affect you, the people that you hang around. You know what I mean? So you have to hang around with people that are positive and know where they're going. And don't fall in behind people that always got the negative perspective about life and stuff like that. Follow people that know where they're going and trying to do something with their life. So that's what I would tell them,
Wow. So my thing is, it's a couple questions that we always ask people. Is there anything that you do that you did when you was locked up, that you picked up like a habit when you was locked up? Is there anything that you still do today? Like we like I make spreads still. Like I still cook a good spread. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, cook some good nachos.
Hey,
anything.
Hey, it's funny that you say something about them spreads, because it's some guys that was incarcerated too that on my job, and every so often, like on a weekend, we'll make a big spread.
Okay. Cook out the house, do some dominoes, some spades, and a good spread. What? So does your wife try spread? will she try it? Has she tried it?
But they don't do it because they're institutionalized. They just do it as a remembrance of where we came from, and they want to make sure they reminded that they don't want to go back.
Right. I feel you. I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I feel you. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said they don't eat spread because they institutionalized. They do it because they don't want to go back.
Yeah, and it's just a reminder of where we came from. You know what I mean? And we just say all the time, man, I ain't never going back to that place. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. That place is, and I'm just sorry, but I can't see no nothing good, that really will want you to go back, because that's inhuman isolation, man. Why would you want to subject yourself to people that mistreat you, and it's like they're bent on making your life miserable while you're in there? And you got a lot of officers, that's what they do. They'll come in and try to make life as miserable for you as they can while you're incarcerated. And you go through these lockdowns, they tear up all your personal property and all this stuff. People be done left you stuff when they went home, but because you don't have property papers on them, they'll confiscate it or they'll tear it up just to make just to make your life hard in there.
Yep.
I don't want to subject myself to that mess no more.
Yes, sir. I think my turning point was when I can go get my own Sprite. Whatever time I wanted to get my Sprite, I didn't have to go with.
And that's right.
And
I ain't
got something to drink. I ain't gotta do all this extra. I can get up. And I think my thing is having the luxury of walking through my house when I want to. I leave when I want to. I come back when I want to. Just the luxury and the freedom just makes me. I think really what hit with me when I walked out of Walmart and wasn't nobody chasing me, and I could look around. And I got no for real. For me, that's just, and I have my receipt.
Yeah,
man, this really feel kind of good. Like I know I worked hard for the things I got. I paid for it. Ain't nobody about to walk into my car and say, "Hey, can we see your receipt? Can we talk?"
That is a good feeling, though.
It is
that is a good feeling.
Hey. I think when I came home, I literally walked through Walmart for about 3 hours, because commissary, you get that list. And whatever's on the list, you got to pick, and just to go to Walmart, and it's 16 things of bread, and you it's 15 different of this.
Pick your own wherever you want.
Bruh, the luxury of freedom.
That's true.
Yes,
that's so true, bro.
Gotta get
hey, and you're right. Hey, and that's why I say once you get a taste of freedom, nothing else, you shouldn't sell it for nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Because like you was just saying, having the freedom to if you just want to walk down to one of your brothers and sisters' house, if you just want to walk to the park, you ain't limited. You can shower for as long as you want. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about wearing nobody else's boxers, and stuff like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
From the laundry and stuff like that, man.
Yes, I
bro,
do.
I bought my bed sheets, I bought my boxers, I bought my towels, I bought everything.
Yep.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
See,
that you ain't got to shower.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
The higher you go, the smaller your circle. Some people have to be trimmed off in order for your growth.
And that's true. It is true.
I like that so much, bro, because I see that myself with my growth today, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when people have and I talk about this all the time to the people around me. When you have goals and dreams and aspirations, bro, and you pushing towards something and you moving towards something, and you got these people around you that got negative mindsets, they complaining, they making excuses, you can't do that because this, I tried this and that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna bring you down 99.999% of the time.
Sure will. That's right.
So that comment is actually really profound, man.
I feel like I tell people all the time, you can't take everybody with you. If the conversation ain't helping, and I think for me, I don't know about you, Mr. James, I learned a lot being incarcerated. And I told my mama the other day, and it sounds bad. People might get mad at me. Prison really saved my life. You know,
I'm telling you.
prison really saved my life. I wish
Yes, it did.
I have gotten it sooner. I wish I didn't have to do so much time to really pick it up. But prison really saved my life because it taught me, it made me grow up quick. And it told me, okay, hey, you got to get this or else you
Well, it made you go up quick, right?
It made you grow up very quick.
I went in there at 23, disrespectful. You know what I'm saying?
I went in there at 19. I was in state jail at 19. And I would, nothing against Mr. James. I would run into people like Mr. James. They didn't play that. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people that had time.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when I was headed to the feds. And they said, don't tell nobody how much time you got, youngster. Because,
right.
Whatever I did. Because, you know what I'm saying? You in there tripping. You up there flipping out. You only got 3 years. And you up in here flipping out, and I gotta be here when old school told me just like this, man. I gotta be here when you came. I'll probably be here when you get back, and I'll probably be here when you catch another case and come again. So that's how much time I got. And so then it just really, I hung out with all the old schools and all the, you know, I would read cases. I sit in the library, be reading different cases. And
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because
yes, sir.
When you go in the library, I'll never forget. You go in the library, I'm loud. Everybody know me. That's what I get paid good money right now. Listen, that's what I get paid good money now. But when you incarcerated, you couldn't come in there with that. Them old schools, this is our peace spot. If you gonna come in here being loud, you need to go on. They used to tell me that, youngster, going out there to the rec yard where you be loud, you go over there to the church, all that singing, all that loudness, all that, not in the library. Then you learn to go in the library and respect other people and respect. Hey, look, it ain't nothing to, you know, and I could just imagine 30 plus years, how much disrespect probably came your way that you learn to, because I learned that being incarcerated. I don't gotta say something every time.
That's right. That's right.
For everything. Well, you
That's right.
We gonna fuss.
Okay, so about that, I learned being incarcerated how to come back. You know what I'm saying? How can I say this without making this man wanting to knock out my tooth, break my jaw? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like a lot of the times, you know, with the way people act and react and all that, act out with the extras, I felt like I had to say something. I gotta kill this. I gotta dumb it down. You know what I'm saying? So I actually came back a lot. I came back a lot. And I got in a couple fights for it, but I had to learn, like, okay, how can I voice this?
See, that's where we differ. I shut a lot of stuff down because, not saying I didn't know how to fight, because I know how to fight really well, but I just didn't want to do all that. Like this, I was always little. You know, if you don't know, you know, he's 6'3", 6'4".
6'2".
Okay, that. I'm 5'11". You know what I'm saying? I just had gained up. I used to be 145. You know what I'm saying? When I was incarcerated, the max was 145.
That's where you was.
You get where I'm coming from? And so they would get upset because I was the little guy, because everybody else 6'2", 6'4", 6 feet, and they all stupid stocky because all they do is work out and eat peanut butter and tuna all day. We're lifting water bags and all this. I was
yeah.
You get where I'm coming from? And so I kind of like stopped it at the door because I knew, like you said, people gonna get mad. Who this little guy? You know what I'm saying? I didn't talk like them. I don't have no gangster swag. I'm a pretty boy. I used to tell them that. No, I'm a pretty boy. You know what I'm saying? Look, we ain't doing none of that. We
conversation.
Listen. We not doing all that fighting in this. I don't mind. I done got down with the get down a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Didn't really have to. But just some days you just get bored. I had them days where I just got bored. And that's what we was doing. But I just feel like I stopped it at the door before I give the rebuttal. It taught me because I seen how people were on edge so much. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, and like you said, bro, this is where we differ, bro, because so you want to not put people on edge, and I'm like, bro, the truth is the truth, and the truth is gonna be the truth regardless of
how
you
what
feel
though?
it, bro.
For what?
because people hate hearing the truth.
Y'all know y'all love this segment when me and Saint don't agree. Okay, people hate hearing the truth.
People
right?
hate hearing.
People hate losing too.
Yeah, losing hurts.
Right.
The truth hurts. But here's the thing, bro. Any pain that doesn't kill you is always gonna grow you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, bro. Especially if it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how bad the truth hurts, bro. Tell me. I might gotta suck it up. I might gotta sit back. I might get that ball in my throat. I don't know, but tell me the truth.
I tell you the truth all the time, and you get mad, bro.
But I need that, right?
Your communication got to get better.
That's
the truth.
That's not what we talking about.
See, here we go. Bro. See, now it's not what we talking. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. Okay, go ahead, man.
I'm just saying.
The truth is, communication is 80% of the relationship.
People need the truth. We're not going to talk about business relations. We talking about. Hold on. We talking about voice in the village.
True. Even in prison, though, communication would have stopped a lot of scuffles if you would have communicated not so slick.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so here's the thing about me, right? Okay, so I love this. All right, so the last time I lost a fight was in high school, right?
Hold on, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Now it's
let me talk, bro.
I can win all my fights. I'm listening, bro. Come on.
Out, bro. Come on. The last time I lost a fight, bro, I was in high school, bro. I lost because I swung wrong. My knee went down. Boom, I failed. He hit me. Hold on.
Is he really doing this?
Look.
He said I was there. Are we really doing this, y'all?
So look, bro.
Okay.
So look, I've always been a good fighter, right? When I got there, hold on. When I got there, the man who kind of got my mind right, bro, he was at 3 of the units that I went on. That's what was crazy, bro. Okay. So it's kind of like we called chain together, but we didn't. All right, so he was teaching me, even look in the restroom. He know, bro. That's not a lot, but he was teaching me more fighting, right? Okay. So my mindset when me and somebody had a conflict or a confrontation or whatever was, I know I could probably beat you up. You're saying, hold on, listen to me, because this is how I am right now, right? Okay. You're saying what you gotta say, no matter how you say that. As long as you don't disrespect me, I'm okay with that because that's your feelings, that's your emotions, right? Now let me say what I gotta say, and most of the times it's not that slick. It's just too much of the truth, and that's where people get in their feelings.
That's not. Bro. I beg to differ.
So it's like we gonna talk this out. I can beat you up, but I don't want to fight you. You know what I'm saying?
Why? And that's the thing that kind of frustrates me with people in general. That was my issue being locked up.
Shout out Trey, by the way.
Shout out Trey. Shout out. So, that was my issue with people being like, "Oh, I can beat you up. So what's up?" When at the end of the day,
no, not like that.
But that's why I shut a lot of stuff down. I didn't slap box. I stayed in my own lane because one thing about it, I'll never forget. I got into 2 fights. My mama taught me there's no rules of fighting, and I knocked somebody out with a lock. A sock, lock, it was what it was. Because you're not going to hit me, bro. You're not going to listen, bro. You're not going to hit me. No one's about to just hit me. And this is before I got the veneers, bro. This is when I have my regular jacked up teeth. Oh, if I'm going in there now with my veneers, bro, if somebody, I got to go do what I got to do. You're not about to hit me, bro. Like, bruh, I'm stock and locking that all day. You get too loud with me, bro. I might sock and lock you.
I feel that though,
bro. I'm not losing the fight, bro.
For me, bro, it became so much of a sport, bro. Like, see, okay, you want to. See,
that's the reason why I used to love to gamble. And I'll never forget my second fight. I ain't gonna lie, I can lock him too. And I told him, I don't fight there. I'm not doing all this. Let's go to sell. What's up? I'm not doing all that. You got that off. Well, you gonna be on your way to breakfast. I
guess it's different. It's when I was in there, bro, I fought one man 5 times in 5 weeks, bro.
That's ridiculous.
I beat this man up 5 times in 5 weeks. Now listen, bro. I'm not saying I know I can beat you up, so I'm gonna say what I want And you know what I'm saying? Blah,
See,
blah.
but that's
This is what I'm saying.
Okay, let me correct it then. So when I got into the fight with the second, I love to gamble. I won. Dude said he was 6'3". He was probably about 240. Oh, we'll get it how you get it. Basically, bro, I can beat you up. And bro, no, that's not what we're doing, bro.
Yeah, nah, see,
because like that used to piss me off because I'm the type of person I stop stuff at the door. Look, you're not gonna talk to me like that. Like you can be sitting there talking. Look, I understand you do all this over there, but that's not what we do.
Hold on, now I respect stuff like that. Now, if we playing and you talking mess to everybody around me, and then it's just me, you say no to, I'm gonna be like, well, damn, hold on, what's, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna feel like that.
But I cut down with everybody. I had probably 2 people we would play, and but like I would tell a couple of the couple of people, hey, look, not like we go to the basketball games, they get the roast and do it. Like me, we go to the pool hall, right? We in the pool hall. They all get to going. I might throw in a jab because it's just the fellas, you know. It's my crew.
Yeah.
But if we are in the gym and we about to play a game of basketball or whatever, and y'all get to, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Because you're not about to have a whole unit. And then I say something, because I'm not going to just sit there. I say something slick. You know what I'm saying? Because you say something too slick, then they going to want to fight for real. And then you out there fouling. Then before you know, we out here fighting.
Yeah.
For no reason. But you got to agree with me, bro. Most of the scuffles that come through in there, out here, and everything, it all come to a point of communication. The way that you communicate.
It does.
And it got to be a mindset change of, bro, you can't be a bully your whole life, bro.
I wasn't a bully.
My brother is a bully, bro.
I wasn't a bully. I was super toxic because I'm going to come at you the way you came.
But you said you do that now, though. You do that now, you said.
No, I didn't say I do that now.
You said that you still have that same mindset. Okay, I don't want to fight you.
I don't want to fight you. I know I can beat you. So here's the thing, right? If we are in a heated confrontation, right?
We should be able to agree to disagree.
Exactly, and I'm gonna do everything I can in my power to be like, you know, let's keep it right here, right? You speaking now. This is what I mean by I'm gonna give you what you give me. You're speaking your mind in any way you want to, and I can accept that because, like I said, that's your feelings. Just accept the way I speak my mind. Don't start getting angry and shut down.
And that's why I don't get. I get where you're coming from. I understand that because I'm the same way. But that's why in certain situations I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't engage in a lot of different things. Now if it come to business and it comes to a heated conversation, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's agree. You know what I'm saying? Let's agree to disagree. And let's move on. If we want to continue to do business, we continue to do business. If we don't, hey, let's move on. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand it. I definitely get it. I know the mindset for being incarcerated. I guess because I went to so many, from the state to the feds to the counties and all the dang holdovers, and seeing the different mindsets of people is just like, bruh, like people just, it's its own world in there. And you know that just like everybody else know that. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
But listen, y'all, it's your boy, Mr. 180. Y'all already know what time it is. We are at the Voice of the Village. If you're watching the replay, y'all hit hashtag replay on the comments. Let us know that you're here. Bro, this was a good show.
This was a great show.
It was better than what you expected, right?
It was way better. But next week it's only gonna get better and better as we go.
But it was better than what you expected, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Listen, I'm the little big brother, y'all. This is my little brother. I'm the little big brother. I'm Mr. 180.
Everybody call me big little bro, so I'm not even tripping off that, bro. She was insane, man.
Listen, I was watching Kevin Hart and Nick Cannon, and they had a dope intro, bro. We're gonna have to work on
switch it up.
We're gonna have to switch it up one time.
We're gonna come with something live, man. Hey, those suggestions, man. Those suggestions, y'all throw questions. Y'all throw if y'all want to see us talk about a certain thing with a certain person, we gonna try everything we can to do that, man. Y'all let us know. Tap in. All
right, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. We're gonna see y'all next Tuesday at 7 p.m. But we gotta pay a couple of these bills because y'all already know the sponsorship is what keeps us on the air. Y'all, if y'all don't know who I am and have not seen me on the radio or have not seen me on the radio, here we go. I gotta do what I do. They probably like, man, why does he talk like that? Listen, it's just part of my job, y'all. All right. So look, let's go through some of our sponsorship. Listen. I don't know. Oh, no. That's not it. Okay.
If y'all don't know what I do, man, hey, And I'm dropping, hold on. Hey, man, real quick, I gotta let y'all know, I'm dropping on SoundCloud too, man. Well, I'm dropping on SoundCloud already. I sent y'all the link, bro. Hey, I'm dropping on all platforms. The album is real soon. Y'all check it out. I know it's been a long time coming. We got videos and everything. I got verse coming for y'all. Y'all just stay tuned, man. It's hard work and dedication. That's why y'all waiting like that. Just bear with me. It's gonna come. Let's get it.
Listen, all you gotta do, go check it out. We can't go nowhere, bro. We're in the middle of recording. Sit down, bro. We still here.
I forget.
This is what we do. Listen.
You know I get
listen. If y'all want to team up with Mr. 180, all y'all got to do is go to 180lyfe.com. Y'all already know on Sundays, we got Vibing with Ends with our host, Coach Ann. I was waiting on him to come in there. Coach Ann, she's already recording this Sunday, every Sunday at 7. No, it's at 5 p.m. on Sunday. She will be live here on every social media platform. Listen, this month we got 180 Life Enterprise Magazine with Miss Delcina West. I will be live with her on Thursday. Culture will be coming.
And we got Culture coming soon, man. Y'all remember, I'm invested in this. We got some good content for y'all. Y'all check it out, man.
Check it out. If you want to get your 180 Life Enterprise Magazine, all you got to do is go over to 180life.com. Get your subscription now. I got some big. Oh, wait, I got a commercial
we big
for
in Texas. We big in North Carolina. We just hit Canada, man. Y'all get it.
It's getting real. It's getting real. Listen. If you don't know, now you know. Glory. But this is what I got going on in June. Check this out. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. 180. And you know we are live here in the 180 studios. I'm live with Mr.
Kevon Edmonds,
Keith Mitchell,
Daniel Skyhart McClain. And we are After 7.
Listen, they have a hot new single called The Day.
Featuring Stokely. Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up. Y'all make sure that y'all go download that on all streaming platforms. Danny, let us know what your social media is, man.
At After 7 Music, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, you name it. It's all the same. But to get them tickets for them shows and all that jazz, make sure you go to After 7 Music on Instagram. Can't miss it.
Can't miss it. Listen, y'all also gonna be the cover of 180 Life Enterprise Magazine. It's going down June 2023. Make sure that you set your clocks. You guys are coming back June the 1st, 7 p.m. Are y'all ready?
Are they ready?
Yes. Are they ready or not? Yeah.
Here they come. Listen, y'all make sure that y'all set y'all clocks. June the 1st, 7 p.m. They will be live here where you see them on Facebook and YouTube. Guess what? It's going down. All right. So y'all make sure that y'all tune in on June the 1st. Y'all already know what time it is. I am honored, and I just got some exclusive news for y'all. We got Stokely coming through in July. So if you don't know who Stokely is, he's the lead singer of Mint Condition. But we're going to get on up out of here. We're going to get up out of here next week on Tuesday. Y'all tune in, set your clocks, turn on your post notifications. What are you doing? Sit down.
I am about to take my shirt off because I am hot.
Okay, well, sit down.
Family at the end of the show, they probably want to see some muscles and tattoos. I'm going to give it to you.
No. All right, y'all. It's been real. We will see y'all. 180 Life introduces a Night of Elegance award gala hosted by Ali Caldwell, Saturday, August the 5th, 2023, 7 p.m. Hilton Garden Inn, 8101 Pat Booker Road, Live Oak, Texas, 78233. Get your tickets now on Eventbrite.